in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
We want to talk about this fella. Hey, I don't know a lot about this person called Kevin Samuels. So I will say that right off the bat. But for some persons, you really don't need to know a lot about them. Just look at their or examine their body of work. And their body of work speaks for itself. What makes me want to bring this topic to us tonight, right before I was going to call it a night, I saw a video where a sister, because I have not seen this or heard this myself, it was a sister that was describing the 6 points or the criteria, the 6 points in order for you to qualify yourself as a high value man. I don't really remember word for word what these 6 points was. However, what was consistent in these points, it was all about money. At minimum, you must be able to make $50,000 a month salary. And you must be consistent in your being able to produce this type of monetary wealth. $50,000 a month. So I am not a high-value man. Many of us will never be high-value men, as $50,000 a month is not. Hold on a second.
Doing that, Sister Karen?
I'm good. How are you? I hope I'm not calling you too late. Did I wake you?
No, actually, I'm doing a live stream.
Oh my God! Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, they hear you right now.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up.
You can
Hi,
join.
everybody.
You can join me on the live stream.
What are you guys talking about? I didn't even see. I just got off the phone.
Yeah, I was talking about this this guy called Kevin Samuels.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know too much about him. I wouldn't even plan on staying on on the live stream a very long time. It's easy to make my point very, very quickly, but you're here and you can give a woman's point of view.
Right. He's very disrespectful. It's clear he doesn't like women. And I'm not a homophobe. My best friend is gay, but that man is clearly gay. And if you're gay, that's fine, but don't hate your sisters. He just throws us under the bus.
Uh-huh.
This man be doing personal photo shoots in department stores. He don't own all them clothes. He's always taking these fabulous pictures, but the way he talks to black women, it's like he realized that, like a lot of these black women hating channels, that they can make money and get views from criticizing black women.
Of course.
And of course, there's a few channels where the black women criticize the black men. Look, I love my black men. I have been hurt terribly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I would never take it out on all black men. I'm not going to do that. It's not your fault. You didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of them are just weak. This is the problem. A lot of men are attracted to women that you can see a mile away. They're crazy. They're hoes. They're users.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they like their body.
Right.
So then she mistreats you, and then all of a sudden, all black women ain't ish. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess.
Mm.
It's very hurtful. It's very hurtful. I didn't realize so many black men hated black women until I started watching YouTube.
Myself too, yeah.
And it's very hurtful, the stuff they say. There's so many channels. And I'm like, why are you, there's a few channels that you, Taz, the GOAT, there's a few channels y'all take up for the sisters, but most of these guys, they either don't say anything because they're called simps.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, no, you're a simp because you're weak.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you said this about some other dudes. A lot of them are not attractive. So they can't get women. But there's women that you can get. You don't want them. You want the 10. The 10 don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
10 don't want you. I mean, let's keep it real. If she's all that, especially if she's got a great career and all that, what are the odds she's going to want you? But this is the thing. A lot of beautiful women will take an average-looking guy, and he doesn't have to make as much money.
Sure will.
Because they want somebody that's funny and who is good in bed and treats them right.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you have to take care of our minds. Foreplay is 24 hours a day. If you're not treating us right, you're not feeding into our mind, we can't relate, there's no vibe, you're not considerate and sweet, and we want you to take care of us, like in every way. And I'm not just talking about money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know there's some, listening, see, they just want money. They just want money. That's my guy voice. What they care about is, no, that's not it. But if you want all this submission and all this other dumb mess, why I got to go to work and you want submission? I don't need you. I can hold it down myself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be held accountable for your actions and the things you say and do. And we want you to be better. So we're going to hold you accountable. And of course you should hold us accountable too, but not no tit for tat. Well, you do this. Well, no, let's not play that game. We're talking about you right now in this behavior. But see, these men, they're immature. And I'm listen, guys, please, I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm talking about the ones that hate black women.
Absolutely.
They're immature. They don't have social skills. They're weird.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to relate to women. They're like in arrested development of age 13. They're talking about body parts, and there's a lot of them that do it. There's a lot of, you know how I feel about Umar Johnson. He does it constantly. He's always referring to women, body parts, and relating them to food and weird crap like that. There's just a lot of people, period, but we're talking about men that just, they're strange. And Kevin Samuels, look, he's a part of that crew. And this is the thing, he knows he cannot fit in being his true self. So he's, well, let me latch on to the black woman hating club. And you have all these men and some women for some strange reason. I don't know why that sister called in asking his opinion. Like, dude, why are you asking a man dating advice? Men get dating advice from men. Women should get dating advice from women. Why are you asking a man that clearly is rude, and they love to have some woman like that call in? From what I heard, they're set up. So all these women that's calling in ain't even, like, they're probably getting paid to do it. But I mean, if you know that's like Howard Stern. Y'all ever see Howard Stern, those white women would go stand in front of him damn near naked and let his dorky ass judge them and tell them what's wrong with them. Like, why the hell would you stand in front of a misogynist who's a dork, shaped stupid, all dumb, tall, lanky with that big old nose, and he's telling you what's wrong with your body? You know, them white women was going over there. They like a side of them. They need to, your butt is too big. You know, they don't like butts. Your butt is too big, so you need to get rid of that. And I mean, they would have like no body fat. You got little tits. You need implant. You know, I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? So the women don't call him. Don't listen. Watch them. You have some ridiculous women see they cape for black men so bad they're used to abuse. So they'll talk and deal with these men, whether it's on social media or in person, that are clearly abusive. Why are you dealing with these people? They don't have no self-worth and value. There's a lot of people walking around that got low self-esteem. But I'm sorry, how many, Lord, I know the guys in the chat room like, shut the hell up.
No, I mean, you roll. I mean, you do your thing. You know, people used to listening to me. You know, it's always good to hear somebody fresh. I mean, you don't come on and talk, you know, on the program. You know, matter of fact, last time you talked on the program was Soul Liberation Day last year.
It was. That was, wow. Yes, that was over a year ago.
It was, yeah. So no, not Soul Liberation Day. Wait a minute, hold up, 19, 20.
I think it was. That was last December.
Yeah, last December.
It was Soul Liberation Day. Because you had a couple people talking. It was quite a few of us. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, it's refreshing. You know, folks like to hear, you know, and plus what you're talking about is definitely on point.
There's a lot of women that want a man so bad that they, knowing that these black women haters say all this crazy stuff, they'll be like, well, he ain't talk about me, and they'll kiss their butt, hoping they can get some type of favor or something. But let you take up for a sister. You're a woman, you take up for a woman, they gonna bash you. And they do the same thing with the men. The men are like, wait a minute, that's not right. Why are you talking like the white football player that tried to kill the black girlfriend and he used to play for the Seahawks? You had a lot of brothers saying, oh, well, that's what she get. Well, y'all don't seem like, it's not like they're the type of like, oh, we only deal with sisters. Y'all will deal with whoever will take you.
For real.
And they're so strange, they're trying to encourage each other to buy sex dolls.
Right.
Have you seen this? What's the hell wrong? I mean, you can't, come on now, they can get a little trailer park. You want that, you know, not that we don't want them to do that, but look, listen, they a mess, let them have them. I don't even go over to them. Take your mess over there. And a lot of them on the download, like, just be yourself. You don't have and Kevin Samuels is one of them. Dude, you're in your 50s. I know he's listening, and if he's not listening, he's going to hear this. You're too old to be acting that way. There are a lot of problems with these men. They probably grew up poor. So they feel the need to, I got to talk about the women I can get, and I'm high value. What the hell make you high value? It's not your bank account, fool. You have no integrity, no respect. You don't have any morals. That's what makes you a man. Not how much money you have. What does again? You have these fools. Oh, he dresses nice. This dude be giving advice on colognes. Come on now, y'all. I don't even work cologne.
I don't work cologne.
Yo, I'm sorry. What was that?
I said I don't work cologne.
Yeah, see, I do like cologne, but I mean, what straight man is going to do a review on cologne? The GOAT has done some really good videos on him, and I mean, apparently in one of his live streams, he asked the man how big his penis was.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, anybody listening, y'all know what I'm trying to say. That's telling you everything right there. What man is going to do that? And it's just disrespectful. You on social media, like, why everything got to go to sex? A lot of these men are sex obsessed. Yeah. And he seems like the type that he wants everything. This man giving dating advice. He's been married apparently 2 times. Don't talk about his children. Got at least 1 child. Like, why are y'all on here? Worry about your children. You on here criticizing women. You take care of your family first. They want to be accepted and they want to be cool. Like, how old are you? This ain't high school. And you have men that this is the problem. A lot of black folks grew up without, didn't have enough. Maybe they had enough, but it's about bragging, getting the rims, getting the new Timbs, getting the Jordans, whether they 15 or 55. You trying to impress people that don't give a damn about you, that aren't your friends. They're your friends. You shouldn't have to try to impress them. That's not what makes you a man. But see, you want people to be impressed by you. I got to show I got all the women, or I got all this money. I got this car. I wear these clothes. That's shallow and ridiculous. That's why we not getting mad as black folks. We worried about the wrong mess. Yes. Money and pussy. Come on now. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I mean, there's there's these men. That's what black women are like. Out of all the women, we don't hardly have no men that we can marry. Like, they've been in jail, felons. Okay, look, if you get out of jail doing right, we'll work with you. You got dumb sisters dealing with men while they're in prison. That's a whole nother story. I mean, I could talk about the low women's self-esteem. It ties in, and we got to be careful when we're raising sons that you make sure they're accountable. And they're humble and respectful, and they have integrity and morals. If they don't have that, we're lost. We're worried about the wrong stuff. This social media is extremely toxic. Yes, it is. It's extremely toxic. And any men, there's like you, the Shoe Make Way, Taz, there's some I'm forgetting about, Lynn and Honor, that take up for black women. Take up for women, period. And y'all all types of simps. Now, why did I see how they admit it's like a bullying, a crowd thing where if they're scared to speak up for women because they're scared they're going to be attacked. And of course, there's money in criticizing black women. I'm like, come on now, you making us, we look like fools to white people. These other races see the drama, and it's so bad that they're starting. My friend watches TikTok. I don't know what she watches TikTok, and she's like, there's other races of men on there saying, why are y'all talking about your own women like this? They don't do that. Right. Other races of men, when they're mad at their girlfriend, they'll say, oh, women, I can't stand women. They don't say white women. They don't say Asian women. They don't say Latino women. We're the only group of people that singles out each other. Right. That makes us look ridiculous to them. Why are we putting our business in the street? My parents gave me very good gems when I was a kid. They would drop little nuggets of knowledge. You don't never tell your business to the outside world. You don't let other races of people know what's going on in your house. You don't say the N-word around white folk. There are certain things you don't talk. You don't let them know. By y'all talking, we criticizing each other. That looks bad. We're talking to you, telling your family business. You don't tell your business. You keep that in the house. That's in-house. That's in-house. Bill Cosby was doing that years ago, talking bad about black folks.
Yes,
now, you know his audience is white folks, and they hearing him talk about us bad. Like, what kind of Denzel starting to do it? Like, come on now. Like, you keep stuff in-house. You don't tell your business to other people. They're going to use that against you. You don't never let the left hand know what the right one's doing. It's none of their business. If we have terrible problems with the sexes, I don't understand. I love y'all so much. I would never betray y'all by dealing with somebody else. I'm never going to talk badly about you in public. If I'm mad at a man, I'm going to talk about it with my girlfriends in the house. I'm not going to go on social media, which a lot of people, men and women, just, and they hash their mess out. Like, what do you show Tommy? What's his name? That's fake. His name is Tommy Harris. Tommy Sotomayor. He's just constantly talking about black women. Just constantly. And it's like, dude, we can show videos all day of other races doing ratchet, crazy mess.
That's right.
Like, well, why are you, okay, we're black, that's what we know, but like, why are you focusing on that? And so that's very negative. Like, there's so many, but see, there's no money in showing positive stuff. Ain't no money in that. I saw this video, this Russian guy killed his girlfriend on camera. This is YouTube. He was Russian, speaking in Russian. I don't even know what channel I was watching. He would beat up his girlfriend on camera. He got like $1,000 Russian money, I guess, to beat up his girlfriend, to strangle her. He killed her and locked her outside in the cold with her underwear on. He goes to open the door to let her, and she did. All this on camera. It's all on camera. For views and money. Like, are you kidding me? How many people have shot their girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Facebook Live and stuff? Like, why are we airing our dirty laundry when it's clear you got skeletons in your closet? That man is so toxic. I could never. And the funny thing is, you have so many men, y'all don't take offense to this, a lot of straight men can't tell the difference between LGBT and straight. And a lot of y'all is homophobic. So if you knew that this man was in that community, would you be following him like this and agreeing with him? But because he's talking about black women, you're going to watch him and give him money? You're making him rich with his toxicity. Why would you do that? There's so many good brothers on YouTube that have positive, we need to know what's going on in our communities, what's happening. Share your knowledge, share, whether you know about money, stocks, talk about your family. There's a million sports. You can talk about a million things. Why are you talking about black women? I don't understand. Come on now, this dude be wearing, what do you call them things? Like the handkerchiefs that said, ascots. Like Mr. Burley on Three's Company. I'm like, dude, this dude is wearing ascots. What masculine man wearing an ascot around us? Come on now. Come on now, wearing a pocketbook. But y'all supporting that? He wearing a pocketbook. It's clear he's jealous of us. You have some, listen, my best friend is gay and he loves us. But you have some that are jealous of us because they ain't got what we got. And they're jealous of that. Come on now. I saw a picture of him in a gay bar. And you could tell it was an older picture. But it wasn't, because his hair looked different. But, come on now. There's not one woman in the background of that picture. That was that telling. And there was a lot of Asian men in the picture. So what else is that telling y'all? He only want brothers. Dudes like that don't date black men. So y'all following after that dude, he's not a family man. He's been divorced. His children or a child, whatever, is not a priority. They criticize child support all the time. What the hell? So you just want to make babies and screw it up? And then you blaming women.
Right.
My cousin is a female. She was paying her ex-husband child support. They making it like it's women or black women are doing it. Every race of man and woman got to pay child support.
Right.
Her ex-husband had custody of their children. She went to jail for not paying child support. It's not a black man thing. Do you hear what you're saying? And another friend of mine, my ex-boyfriend, he had a baby by a white girl. he has custody of his son. Guess what? The white girl's paying him child support. So miss me with that, oh, the black women, they're getting us the child support. Come on now. It's a percentage of your income. And you fools to decide, I'm not going to work so I don't have to pay. Well, guess what? You're going to have arrears. You think it stops because you don't have a job? That still builds up. And a lot of y'all so stupid, if you just gave her some money every week, listen, I don't want the man in my business. Give me $50, $100 a week and we good. I don't want them in my business. I'm not trying to go to court. There's so many women that they're like, okay, he's not even paying me child support. I'll still let you see your child. This is what men don't understand. You guys listen to this. Child support and visitation are two different things. So a lot of men, what y'all don't realize, even if you're not paying child support, you can still see your children. Now, these women might be like, you can't see your kid. Go to court. She's in contempt of court. That don't have nothing to do with the other. But see, I don't want to be bothered with your children.
Right.
A real man puts his family first. Even if it doesn't work out with you and her, you always put your children first. You need to be talking to them and seeing them every day. And if you can't see them every day, you at least be talking to them on the phone every day. It's not just every other weekend when you get visitation. That man don't talk about his children. He's talking about women. You're a father. What? And I'm sure, and I believe he got a daughter. Like, come on now, these men talk about women and they have daughters. How do you think that makes them feel? It's hurtful. Take up for us. Screw these dudes online, ain't your friend.
Right.
If they call you a simp, they call you a simp. Be a man, be like, no, you a pussy. I'm a man. I'm taking care of my children. I'm taking care of my business. I go to work every day. I put my family first. Like, come on now, you got these, oh my gosh. Like, but anyway, I think I'm done on that. But,
wow.
I'll sit here and listen to the rest of what you were saying. I'm sorry I missed it. I was on the phone. I didn't even know you went live.
I mean, it's all good. Sister. I'm very sure. Like I say, you're a breath of fresh air. You know, I'm glad that you called, and like I told you, you know, when we talk on YouTube or whatever, it's the same way as talking. I mean, we would be saying have the same conversation, except it wouldn't be recorded on YouTube. I mean, this the same type of conversation we would be having anyway. And that's right. And that's how, matter of fact, you know, you talking and you don't even care if you're on YouTube or not. You just talking. That's how we talk.
Right.
And that's how, you know, and that's you know, easy, you know, YouTube or whatever is just easy. You know, I mean, anything private, of course, we wouldn't be sitting here recording it. You know, anything, you know, personal. But this is a conversation, you know, all of us can learn and hear. I'm not really familiar with this person, Kevin Samuels. You know, I'm just learning about him. I'm like, wow, they got somebody, I guess, to replace Tommy Sotomayor, because really, he's Tommy Sotomayor viewership and everything. It's gone down. So I guess,
don't know what happened, because I know WTX was chilling with him a little bit. I said, well, how that happen? I don't know. Maybe she talked to him and made him see the error of his ways. I don't, you know, sometimes you do just, you know, I'm not saying they're dating because she denied it.
Yeah.
But I did see one of her videos. I'm not really a fan, but I did watch one of her videos, and she was saying, like, y'all worried about what I'm doing? And I'm like, well, you know, people do assume that when men and women are friends that they're automatically having sex, and that's not true.
Absolutely.
You know, one of my dear friends, shout out to Cordell. I know he's not listening, but I love him to death. He's not, and he's my ex-boyfriend's best friend, and we've been friends for over 20 years. He's a family man, and you know, he used to be out there doing his nasty dirt. But once he had his children, that changed him, and that's how it's supposed to be. Once you definitely, by the time you hit mid-30s, it's time to nest.
Yes.
And you got these men out here, they still trying to get coochie. Because see, that's what they feel makes them a man, and they're trying to compete. It's like, dude, some of these men have had good women, but see, they weren't good enough.
Right.
They're always trying to do better. Put this one to the side and level up. Constantly trying to level up. Like, you're missing out on your blessings. Like, chances are, I mean, let's keep it real. I'm gonna be real. Most, and I hate to say this, but y'all know it's true. Most very attractive people, whether they're men or women, they're usually gonna be an a-hole. Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have some type of issues, like mental issues, depression ain't something, bipolar, something going to be wrong with them. It's always like that. So, but I mean, like, why can't you take a 6 or a 7? Why you got to have a 10?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always about the butt and the hips. And black men used to love the natural woman, like with the real boobs and the butt. And they've been so brainwashed, and they're so used to seeing these women with all these surgeries that now they're not even noticing the sister with the nice body, but it's not extreme hips. Like, come on, y'all, that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Most women do not look like that. You don't have that tiny waist, the big thighs, the big butt, the big hips, the big titty. You don't have that. That's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some women do it on a way smaller scale.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are extreme. I saw this black lady on TLC, I think, or something on YouTube. She had the world's biggest hips, but why y'all could tell it was natural?
Mm-hmm.
And she had these, I don't even remember the number. And I know the men is listening like, oh, dear. But, like, the hips were so wide. I mean, she was a nice looking sister, but I mean, that's not natural.
Yeah.
You got women that are getting surgery to look like that. And I'm like, why can't you just, I mean, they want these fake everything. I'm like, come on, they getting the fake eyes. Everything is fake. See, we copying off these other races now. We taking the worst from them and copying off of it. See, but that's what they're doing to compete, to get a man. Look, the hell with it. I'm fat, whatever. But you know, I can keep on moving. There's always somebody, look, yeah, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's
look,
right.
I'm not keeping for nobody.
That's right.
I'm not keeping for nobody. Either you like it or you don't. Keep it moving. Somebody does. I'm not changing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to expect you to change for me.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to love each other unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, there's a lot of busted-looking dudes out there trying to get these bad bitches, and it's not going to happen, and you're inviting chaos into your life.
Mm-hmm.
So chances are, if she went and did all that, even if she didn't do all that, she's just a real pretty girl. I mean, you got to get to know her. If you see she's toxic and she's a user, she's not talking to you right, then get rid of her.
That's right.
Don't stay with her, and then she's hurting you, and then you mad at all of us. I ain't do it. And a lot of men have issues with their mother.
Yes.
They have these terrible moms. So, and I get a lot of people feel if my mom can't love me, who will? All women ain't, black women ain't ish. That's not true. Your mom was hurt, something bad happened to her. Usually hurt people.
Yes.
So, God knows what happened to her, that she was unable to love you in the way she was supposed. Don't take it out on us. And I said, you know, I'm like, there's so much toxicity and so many. I don't have time. I got a low tolerance for BS. Listen, I'm not babying you. I'm not listening. You criticize me, you come out your mouth, and men should do the same thing. Anybody don't talk to you right, you keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
But don't, you know what I mean? That man, Kevin, told that woman, you're average at best. He was telling her, she's told that man, I've settled for men. I don't care about the money. But they used me. They were the men that were making less money than her was using her for her money. She got a business. I think it was a dog grooming business.
Mm-hmm.
Why you getting up there telling this man, come on now, she was a brown sister. You know, a lot of these men are colorists. They don't like brown sisters. They don't like the real sister. She had weave in, but she was a nice looking sister. Wasn't nothing wrong with her. But you don't need his approval. I'm mad at her. Stop trying to get your self-worth and value outside yourself. That comes from within you. You don't need no man to justify you, tell you. What the hell he going to tell you? I mean, and I get it because she was trying to, like a lot of us, a lot of black women could have been married. We don't want to leave. We don't want to leave y'all. We don't want to leave y'all alone. We are so loyal. It's crazy. You know, black people, period. We just too damn loyal sometimes. And I get it. Like, I'm not trying to be her out. I'm staying in my lane here with the brothers. I have loyalty. And it hurts that we don't get that back. But, I mean, let's keep it real. If she was willing to take another race, she could have been married and happy. But they're loyal. But, I mean, let's keep it real. The men that make her money, they're not going to want her. Let's keep it real. I don't think that, I thought she was a nice-looking sister, but a lot of men is colorists, and they're not going to like her. So she's in a catch-22. The men that make less than her was using her. But the basic thing that it boils down to is there's going to be some brother out there, maybe he's working for the road department or he's you know, a garbage collector, could be anything, a construction worker, and he'll love her and not want to use her, and he'll know that I'm still the man and I'm supposed to take care of you.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do this together. But it's messed up because you got to kiss a lot of frogs. A lot of frogs to find the one. And a lot of women don't want to settle. I'm one of them. I'm not going to settle.
Mm-hmm.
For what? You know what I mean? We're so loyal. We love y'all so much. And we just want better. We just want better. We want y'all to be the best y'all can be. And it's very hurtful when you hear all these different men. I mean, you even see that you see it on Facebook. I'm like, damn. And I was watching somebody's channel. I forget who it was. It might have been Cynthia G. I know a lot of the real brothers. I know you like her. The real brothers won't have a problem. If you're a real man of integrity, you won't have a problem with what she's saying.
Right.
Because she does not swirl, and she discourages that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like most of us were loyal. She just wants you to be your best. She's gonna call you out. See, the problem is men want you to shut the hell up. If you're not doing right, if you're not doing something right, we're going to say something. And when they say they want submission, that's really what they just want you to shut the hell up and not hold them accountable. Well, if you're not doing something right, we're going to tell you because we want you to be your best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to make us better. And you're going to be better in every way in your life. Like, you know what I mean? Why would you have a problem with that? Why would you have a problem with what she says? But she pointed out that, you know, the dude that, what was it, Brooklyn? He bit the, you know, they were trying to talk to the sister. 4 dudes trying to talk to one sister. They was plotting on her. Offered to buy her wine. She said, no, thank you. And they surround her. What is this? 4 dudes against 1 woman. Why are men beating up women? Blatantly, in public. It's not even a secret behind closed doors anymore. And the dude bit her face. This is what's crazy. He looks like the type. Come on, I know somebody listening to feel me. Then he look like he would bite the hell out of your face. He looked like the dude we having sex with he bites you. And he's like, what is that about? I've had that happen to me before. I'm like, did you just, like, yeah, I'm screaming, like, why are you biting me? Like, what type of weird, he looked, his teeth was protruding. I said, dude, he looks, with his weird-ass glasses. I said, yeah, he a little weirdo freak. Dude, he's going to be scarred for life. But this is the point. See, they feel so rejected when you say no. They want to fight you and kill you. Like, why you want to hurt me? Like, maybe she got a man. You know what I mean? Like, clearly, like, you're coming at her, all 4 of y'all. If you're going to approach a woman, you can't have your friends with you. And y'all standing outside the liquor store. Every woman knows don't deal with the dude standing on the corner outside the liquor store. You know, they be like, all they want is bad boys. That is not true. Some women, because they've been abused or whatever, they're used to that toxic. But I mean, I don't know any women like that.
Me
We
neither.
all have had some a-holes. I wouldn't call them bad boys. I'm exactly attracted to the 180 type of that. I don't like, the dude that hurt me the most was one of these nerdy dudes, a comic book collector. He tried to destroy me and stalked me. And after doing so much for him, which I shouldn't have done, and there were so many things wrong with him. He didn't have the stuff he should have had at his age. And look, being nice, is not always about the money. We were vibing and feeling each other. So I looked the other way, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to be a little patient. Look, that dude tried to destroy my life.
Wow.
I mean, he tried to destroy me. So, but I mean, the thing is, this toxic environment, this negativity, talking about black women, guys are picking this up, and it's making them aggressive towards women. Like Tommy Sotomayor, there's an old video of him where he was all in this old black lady's face. Like, I guess they had a little fender bender.
Yeah.
He jumped out the car. She's walking. She's like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. It's my fault. He's cussing her out.
Yeah, I know. I saw that video.
That's the elder and a lady, and she was so, you could tell she was scared. Now, you wouldn't have did that if that was a man. You know what I mean? I'm glad he has. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't trust them. Once somebody show you their colors, I'll never trust them. I'm a Scorpio. If I see you're toxic, you're mean, you got all this mess with you, I'm going to put you over here in this box and I don't mess with you. I don't mess with you. I don't care that you did this or did that or sit down. And by the way, before I forget, when you're done the live stream, because there is something I wanted to talk to you about that I don't want to talk about on here because he might be listening. So yeah, I don't even want to get into that on here. But yeah, if you don't, it won't take but a few minutes. But I had wanted to talk to you about something.
Okay, we'll do that as soon as we get off this live.
Okay.
Because I'm glad that you came. I really wasn't going to talk that long. I just wanted to make my little points and get on off of here. It just so happened that you called, and I enjoyed what you had to say. I'm very sure that those who are listening and those who will listen later on, I mean, you, like I told you, fresh air. I mean, you bring something fresh to the platform. So I'm very happy that you came and decided to talk.
Thank you so much for having me, Brother Taalik. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now, what I wanted to say was, I was trying to comment on these points, the criteria that I heard a sister. I don't know I did not see myself or read this or hear from him his criteria for being a high value man, but I do know that the focus was on money and that you must make $50,000 a month and you must be consistent, at least for the last 5 years, be consistent in making that $50,000. That's a minimum. You got to make $50,000 a month minimum in order to be considered a high value man.
That is ridiculous.
I know that's ridiculous. If that's the case, Dr. King was not a high value man.
That's right.
Malcolm X wasn't a high value man. The vast majority of us in this country are not high value men.
That's right.
And what kills me, here you are, you telling me that you are a high value man, but you're too damn dumb and stupid to make up your own words, like simp. That come from white men. They didn't even make that word up themselves. Simp comes from Caucasian men don't go after their women the way, of course, these Negroes do. But they have their little section out there too. And they complain about child support. They do the same thing, but not on the level that these I hate to say it, but they soul brothers. The way soul brothers do.
Right. They don't talk about their race.
No,
they don't like their race. Those other communities don't throw their race under the bus.
No, you won't find no videos and especially in the title, white women do this and it's a white man talking, and white women do this and white women do that and white women, because white women wear weaves too.
That's right.
Matter of fact,
all the ones out there on TV,
yeah.
FYI, even if they don't use it for length, they use it for, y'all know their hair thin as hell.
Yeah.
They use so much weave to make it all thick and full.
Yeah.
Every single woman you see on TV and in these videos is not black, that's weave.
Yeah. And they always.
They wear their hair. Well, if you get a regular old plane, when they be bragging about them, they don't even be no prize.
Mm-hmm.
You get the dog. I saw some comedian, this white comedian said, I want to thank the black guys for taking the white women off the porch that we don't want. They're laughing at you.
Yeah.
For taking that leftover that they don't want. That's not no prize.
Yeah, I saw that video where they was talking about that. These black men take their scraps.
Yes. Exactly. Y'all not getting no bad ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even though they all fake looking, even though athletes and rappers like Ice-T wife look a mess.
Yes, sure do. Look like a mess.
But you got all men lusting after her because she got implants and butt implants and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, all them. They're not us.
A piece of plastic.
I'm sorry.
A piece of plastic. Who wants a piece of plastic?
They might as well. That's why they like the sex dogs. They get into that. They go into. I saw some brother Taz showed a picture of. It was the blow up kind. He had 2 blow up ones because he couldn't afford the real good ones like $5,000 a month.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He had the blow up kind, and he had these old cheap tacky wigs. They was both white.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you ain't even get the black ones. Damn. He don't even want the black blow up doll.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Ain't that something? Like, I mean, I notice when I leave the country, the men love us, and that hurts.
Mm-hmm.
But I know listen, I ain't dumb, y'all. Don't think I'm dumb. I know they just like, ooh, black American woman, I want to have sex with her. I'm not dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But look, they will marry you because you're different. You're a prize.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're so different. But I don't want that. I don't want that. I want y'all. And most of us do. And it hurts to be talked about this. I'm like, what? Come on now. They are talking about don't deal with single moms. Like, well, y'all the ones that knocked them up. So aren't you a single dad?
Absolutely.
You just don't have custody of them.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Don't deal with dudes that don't take care of their children.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no campaign doing that. I don't have children for a reason. I'm not married. My parents were married 52 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. But listen, for the sisters that are single moms, that's not their fault. They wanted to be in a relationship. They got left.
Yeah.
And listen, some of them, y'all, I know, some of them crazy. The dude was right to leave them. But your kids don't have nothing to do with that. But we don't have we're not doing that. Like, come on now. A lot of us are single moms because y'all screwing the women and knocking them up.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. You're going to miss out on it. But look, Halle Berry got kids. I bet you'll marry her. Kim Kardashian, how many kids her and Kanye got? 4 kids. It's dudes, brothers waiting in line to get with that single mom.
Yeah.
Come on now, with her fake behind.
Yeah.
Her butt so big it don't even look right. It's so fake. She fake lips, fake nose. She got a nose job, lips done, lips, butt, boobs, and weave. And y'all, her hair thin as hell, but y'all sweat her like that? Yeah, y'all listening. That single mom is okay though, right? What about the black woman that maybe she just got divorced? Her husband died.
Right.
They're single moms.
Right.
So you gonna miss it. Come on now. That's ridiculous. But then they actually went on big, what's her name, Precious? Because she got a white fiance. Y'all didn't want her.
Right.
You talked about her for years.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't talk about her for swirling. Well, what do you want her to do? Be alone? It's men out there that think, obviously, that white dude thinks she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then you talk about how he looked. Well, did you think she was going to get a Brad Pitt? I mean, come on now. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. You're trying to wrap it up.
No, I mean, no, it's all good. It's all good. But you know, Brad Pitt, you know, messed around with that. What's her name? Angelo Jolie. What's hot about her? She look like a bag of skin and bone. I'm like, yeah, what the heck?
Gosh, she's horrible.
Yeah, she's horrible.
And they'll still sweat her. She got a bunch of kids. And they'll be like, well, she adopted an African, so I'm going to get with her. She I can hear him saying that. Like, come on now, dude, and then she got a flat butt, but y'all get with her with all them kids and her flat butt. Y'all get with Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean? They want to pick and choose. And him, this is what I'm going to say this and then let you finish up.
Okay.
By him saying you got to make 50-some thousand a month. So basically what you're saying, the only high-value men are athletes and entertainers. Come on now. They're the least likely to be high value. And that's some dumb made-up stuff. Do you have integrity? Do you have honor about yourself? Do you have respect for yourself and your family and other people? That's what makes you a good man. Screw all this high value and alpha and beta. That's all dumb and stupid. Are you a man?
Right.
You don't have to, like, dude, that's insulting to me. And y'all brothers should be insulted that he would say that. Because I know it's good men listening right now. And he's saying you ain't worth a damn because you only make $30,000 a year. That's a lie. That is a lie. You're good men. Is good men going to hear this? And that's ridiculous to say that mess. I got chills right now. I can't listen. I saw a snippet. I don't watch him. He went viral after he criticized that sister.
Yeah.
And that made even more people subscribe to him. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And he's a part of these other channels. It's just a system of channels that just hate black women.
Yeah. And
all they do is talk about us all day. But let's be honest. This is what dudes don't know. Them black women that you talk about, let them say, you want to come over? We can Netflix and chill. Oh, they're going to be right over that single mom house trying to screw. They're full of it. Because what they mad because they can't get no woman. That's what they're mad at. So, black women ain't this. Well, maybe you need to fix yourself. You're weirdos.
Yeah.
Change your personality. Start listening. Women want you to listen. That's the number one thing. If you listen to her, you good in bed, and you have a good conversation, you funny, that's all you need. We don't care what you look like. Why you think of so many women with ugly dudes? Oh, he must got money. No, he's funny and he's fooling her right. That's what it is. He's considerate. He cares about her feelings. He's listening to her. You hear how we like to talk.
Yeah.
If you sit there and listen and engage when she's talking, you got her. I just gave all of y'all dating advice. Run with it. Run with it. That's all you need to know.
Free advice, y'all.
When you're approaching the most beautiful woman, if you come with her with confidence, don't try to come over her house. Don't invite her to yours. Say, you're beautiful. Can I take you out on a date? I'd like to get to know you and spend some time with you. Stop trying to rush her into the bed. You got her. That makes us want you. That makes us want to have sex with you. It's so simple. We're not hard. We're not hard. But he's a mess, and I'm glad you have some people exposing him.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. Like you said, the first time I heard about him, I didn't listen to the video. I don't know what it was about, but just on social media, I heard about this video by this guy that made this black woman, put this black woman on notice or whatever, and the video went viral. I heard about that. I never knew what that was about.
And she was so nice. Like, how could you humiliate her like that? And he said, you're average at best. Who the hell is you? Man, have y'all ever seen some of the pictures I've seen of that man? I'm like, dude, he's in a gay bar. Like, are you kidding me? What man ask another man how big his thing is? Come on now, and you got men listening to that. How is that okay? And let's keep it real, that's kind of sexual harassment. It's just the guy happened to, I guess, call into his show and on his channel. So, but like, why would you say that? I don't know what they were talking about. There's no reason to ask that question.
Yes.
He's a mess.
Yeah, I just want
like he wearing designer clothes. Like, come on now, that's suspect as hell. With a pocketbook. Come on, he wearing a pocketbook. It's all simple. I don't care if he got it over his shoulder. That's a pocketbook. I used to wear my pocketbook over my shoulder, so it don't fall off your shoulder.
Right. Well,
he's wearing it like a beauty queen. He's wearing it like a pageant sash, y'all. Like he's Miss America. Come on now. All right, I'm sorry. I had to go off. I'm sorry.
They was trying to push that for a little while. You remember they used to have men pocketbooks.
Yes, they still got them.
They still got them? No, but I never.
And he was wearing one. You could tell the picture was fairly recent.
Yeah, men pocketbooks and all that. I can't. Yeah, but another thing, because I want to make this video talking about the black manosphere, right?
Yeah, he's a part of that.
Yeah. So I wanted to make a video about that. So I wanted to get more information before I started talking about it. I wanted to, get more information and look up some more videos. And I put manosphere in the YouTube search engine, and none of the black manosphere. The first one that popped up was white guys.
Wow.
I'm like, you suckers steal everything from this peckerwood. You don't have original thought in your brain.
Exactly, and at least they ain't talking about their race.
No.
They talk about women, period.
Period, right.
But this is what kills me. They want to talk about women this, women that, but you mad because you ain't getting none.
Right.
That's all you worried about is let's keep around and say you worried about getting pussy. It's all about just getting the pussy, and you can't get none, so you're mad.
That's
you need to change some things about yourself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what the bottom line is. It was this brother. It was this brother on Facebook named Eric. And that was his thing. Black women this and black women that, blah, blah, blah. And one day, he said he's dating. He found some sister that he was dating. And this sister, not only, she had her little job or whatever, and she could cook and whatever. That changed his whole mind. So he stopped talking all that crap. Black women this, black women that. His whole idea changed. Because that's what it was all the time. Mad because he can't get, a woman.
Exactly. This is the thing. It really makes him look weak because they've had their heart broken. You know how many times women get their heart broken? Because let's keep it real, most dudes just want to screw. They're not trying to be in a relationship. Women get their hearts broken over and over again. It shows how weak you are. And I know you hurt. It's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, it is.
But to blame us, especially sisters, like, you chose them. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
That dude I told you to try to destroy me, I chose him.
Yeah.
And when I saw he was toxic, I stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So how much of that is your fault? You have to take some of that blame. If it happens again and again, well, you're attracted to toxic, evil women. That's not our fault. You're attracted to that. You have some men, they're so used to, like, their mom was, I don't know what happened. Maybe they had a messed up mom, so all the women they're attracted to are toxic and mean, and they're users. And they're gold diggers. No, these other races is the gold diggers. They the ones that be going to the bank when they take half. We don't do that.
No.
You see it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, come on now. First of all, the rich dudes ain't marrying sisters. They don't want us.
Mm-hmm.
So how we gold diggers? And there's a man, you're supposed to be taking care of us anyway. I mean, I ain't saying, give me all your money, and I'm not saying that, but I mean, especially if y'all living together, hold it down. You want to be a man? What's it? Are you a feminist? What's this 50-50 mess? That's what feminists want. So if you're not a feminist and you got a problem with that, then why do you have feminist talking points? It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
But see, y'all just cheat. But you on the other women, you won't go 50-50 with them. You'll pay for everything with them other races. Come on now, let's keep it real. You'll put them on a pedestal and buy them everything. Then they take half. Come on now.
Sometimes they take more than half.
Mm-hmm. They're the ones that screw you over.
Yeah, sure will. And then and when they go to court, they get them cracker lawyers or whatever. I mean, they vicious. Right. They vicious in that courtroom.
That's right.
I mean, vicious.
That's right.
You heard of that brother called The Advice Show, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was mad at black women the way he was, because and I was there with him, you know, basically I was I was a shoulder to cry on during that period of time, and he was going through a bad divorce with his wife, which is she was a black woman, sister.
Mm-hmm.
And that lawyer, whoever she hired, was killing him. I mean, it was messed up. He didn't have, I mean, even the furniture in his house they was taking. They was on him about that. And that would cause him to, because his videos was never about gender, you know, black women, black men. It was about black people and what they, you know, our struggle in this country. That's basically what his videos was about. But after he went through this divorce and got out of that, and he got together with this, basically she's a white woman. She's a white Hispanic Caucasian.
Yeah, like a big old pig.
Yeah, it was one of his co-workers he had known for years, and I guess, you know, she was there when he was going through that, and, you know, he got together with her and her 10 children or whatever. She already.
Oh Lord, of course, you know they breed us. Jesus, they get pregnant while they already pregnant.
Yeah, so, but after that, I mean, he was really after black women, start making these anti-black women this, black women that. He got angry at me because he made a video about black women and I responded to it, and he didn't like what I had to say. He gonna tell me that I should have asked him about the video before I made a response video, and I told him, I don't have to ask you about a video that you put out in public.
That's right. You
put the video out in public, and just like anybody else, you know, just because I and him, you know, we're cool, right?
Right.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about the sisters. You know, anybody that attacked the sisters, I'm gonna put my videos out there to defend them. I don't care what you claim that they doing or whatever. We'll deal with that, like you said, in privately or something. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna allow you to attack this. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna let you do the brothers like that either.
That's right.
I'm not gonna do that either.
Like, if we're gonna talk about the issue at hand, I'm not gonna blame every black man for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now there's some things where we have, you know, all races of men and women do, you know, what white women do some things that are white women things. You know, they like to call the cops and act like they're the victim. That's the thing with them. You know what I'm saying? They have their behind kiss. You know, black women have some things. Every race does that, the men and the women. Some black men do, you know, you see them doing certain things, but the white men do this thing. And it's always like that. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean it's a negative per se. Like, I I mean, as a whole, you got to look at the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a small aspect of a personality. You know, like I said, I've noticed a lot of black men, but it's because of the environment that we were, even if they were not poor, to be down, to be cool, to belong, you got to show off with your shoes and your rims and your car and your gear and the chick you got on your arm.
Yeah.
You know, it's dumb. It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
For people that don't give a damn about you, and they'll try to steal her from you.
Sure will.
Those aren't your friends.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to impress right now. So, but I mean, I know that. Because I know that, I'm not going to throw y'all under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a thing. I know why it's there. And I know it goes back to, that's white supremacy to put all that in there. You know what I mean? If we wasn't, so many of us wasn't struggling in the inner city and it, you know, become a culture with the hip-hop and everything, and I know all that, so I try to work my way around that. It is hard because that is a problem, but I'm not gonna say, "Oh, niggas." Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Black
all right.
men ain't ish. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna target the ones I'm talking about. He has a problem, not all of y'all.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've had my heart broken a lot of times. Like, come on now, get over it. You get over it.
I have too. I mean, I could do the same thing. I could do the same thing. I've had my bad experiences with certain women or whatever. I could come out and black women do this and the black women. But I can't do that because that was an individual. First of all, when you talk about black women, there's millions of the sisters out here. In order to say black women, that means you had to have an interaction with the millions that's out here and you have not.
That's right.
So your experience is limited to these few individuals that you interacted with.
Mm-hmm.
And they do not represent the others.
That's right. That's not the masses.
That's not the masses. Because the reason why I'm talking to you tonight is because the sisters took care of me when I was locked up.
Yeah, you did say that.
It is the sisters, and they had college degrees. Some of them had red, white, and blue hair. They were single mothers. They was married. Well, those sisters took care of me my whole 10 years in that place.
I know that's right.
They did. They
If
took
I
care.
was in a mental institution, I would always show extra attention to the black patients.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that did happen because I did that with the men and the women because I did the men's side and women's side. And y'all know what? I was so proud. We had the least amount of problems in there, and it wasn't that many of us in there.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't in there because it was a couple of them that wasn't right, but most of us just freaked out, got mad over something, maybe was drunk, got high, and did some, wrecked some stuff, tore up a house, maybe wanted to fight somebody, and you had good insurance, they put you in there. It's like how they put you in there, it's a racket.
Yeah, it's a racket.
And I'm sure they did hold you down because I used to do that. I worked for a mental institution very briefly. I couldn't do it because everything you're saying, I couldn't stand seeing the abuse.
Yeah.
Because I knew the brothers and the sisters shouldn't have been in there.
Yeah.
But they had good insurance, so they was keeping them there.
Mm-hmm.
Against their will. In fact, you had a really bad situation. I guess that was where was that at again? Missouri?
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah, that's a racket there. That sounds like really bad because for them to have kept you that long,
yeah,
they usually don't keep you that long. That's a racket over there. That need to be investigated.
Well, I tell you this also. See, it also became personal to them because they wanted to break me, and I refused to be broken. So their thing was, we're gonna break you, and they sent. I had about 6 or 7 different doctors, whatever. Well, you didn't break them. I'll do it. If that one couldn't do it, they kept sending these different people. I said, y'all can't break me. I'm too strong for that. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here without your approval one day. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I'm not. Matter of fact, I even told. I said, I'd rather die before you break me. It's not gonna happen.
Wow.
But it was my ability to be social with those sisters. And see, I offered those sisters good conversation. I wouldn't run around, damn, you got some big breasts and, your booty so big. I didn't offer them that type of conversation. I offered them things that would feed their mind.
That's right.
And also, bro, it was a little funny. I made little jokey jokes, and things like that, And the sisters like coming to see me. A lot of them, as soon as they come to work, they come to my room first. Good morning, how you doing? And they bring me Chinese rice and Pizza Hut pizza,
Yeah, you got favorite. See that all men could get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was just talking about like, oh, it's nice to be able to talk to somebody. This, whatever. Listen, that's how you get women.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is talk, have a good conversation, be full of it. No, y'all, you gotta know stuff about what's going on in the world and have an opinion on stuff. Make her laugh and listen.
Yeah.
That's why you had that favor with them.
And now the bad part was the sisters was jealous of each other. If I paid more attention to one than the other, that made some tension.
Wow, see that, guys? He was getting love in a mental institution.
In a mental institution.
They were competing over the mental patient.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All you gotta do is talk to women and listen. It's that easy. All because we want to run our mouths. All you gotta do is listen to us and have feedback. And don't just be like, no, really be listening.
Yeah.
Care about what she's saying. See, you gotta believe.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Matter of fact, I even had that experience with Caucasian women. If I wanted to, I could have been married to a Caucasian woman a long time ago.
I believe it.
I even had some little Caucasian teenage girls like me. I was working at Little Caesars Pizza. I was the assistant manager there, and I used to get off work. It was summertime, and I used to go by this McDonald's, and them little teenage white girls was there, and I used to joke and play with them, just because it don't take no time to get an ice cream cone going through the drive-thru.
Yeah, right.
But it was enough time where I made the little white girls laugh and giggle, whatever. Don't you know they start come visiting me down at the pizza place where I work.
See, because you know what they want. Mm-hmm. That's what y'all brothers the deal. I mean, more than likely, hopefully none of them are listening. But y'all brothers, don't y'all understand that they just want you for what you got in your pants? Mm-hmm. Now, see, for some men, that's enough, because that's all. Yeah, I mean, they don't say you're smart, and you're a high-quality man, and you got integrity. No, all they worried about is what's in between your legs. They're using you. And that might be fun for a minute. After a while, it gets tired.
Absolutely.
But you have some of these dudes, they so thirsty for cooch.
Yeah.
They're like, let her use me. She can use me. Like, no, come on now. It's racist. You know what I mean? Like, they'll marry you and be afraid of you and look down on you. They'll date you. Let them get mad at you. What you think coming out of their mouth?
Oh, man, when they get mad at you, it's a whole different ballgame.
Come on, I heard this one girl. She told this guy, and your dick isn't as big as you for a black guy. She told him that for a black guy, you got a little bit. I was like, wow, that white girl going in. But they shitting on that saying we're too masculine, they're feminine, they're submissive. No, she didn't sound submissive to me. She went right for the heart. Now, you know how y'all men are about your package now.
Yeah.
She went right for the jugular when she said that. Come on now, they're expecting monster cock when they get with black men, and they be like, oh, it's not. It's not. That's a myth, honey. It's a myth. I can tell you, it's a myth.
Yes, a myth.
Please. Oh, I'm sorry.
But you make them mad. They can be vicious. Matter of fact, not only are they vicious like that, they'll mess around and kill you.
Yes. Yes, they will.
You mess around with, I watch those detective shows all the time. There ain't really nobody to be playing with like that, I don't know where they get this thing. I mean, some white girls or whatever, yeah, they humble like that, and you slap them, they go, oh my goodness, what you slap me for? And they might cry, whatever. But some of them don't play that. You'll mess around. You remember back in the day, not too long ago, I forgot what year, I think it was in the 80s. Remember that white woman cut her husband's penis off?
Yes, Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah, Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah, that's what her name was.
And they reattached it and they did a porno.
They ain't nobody to play with.
Exactly.
They ain't nobody to play with. I don't know where they get this reputation from. They can be very, very vicious.
That's right.
So
they'll hire a hitman.
Sure will.
If you mistreat a black woman, she might try to put her hands on you. She might try to grab a pot pan to hit you. But no, these women, they covert.
Yeah.
They plotting on your ass.
Yeah. put antifreeze in your juice.
Yeah.
You know, be plotting on you. You think
they'll go on the dark web and order some poison.
Yeah.
They don't show up in the bloodstream.
Right.
Come on, now, we ain't doing all that. But you talk about us, I'm like, this is messed up. A lot of these guys had good moms. You had a good mom. Why are you doing this? You disrespecting your mother. Why is your mother the only good black woman in the world? No, that's not true. So why are you disrespecting her, your grandmother, whoever, what good black woman took care of you by disrespecting us like that? It's hurtful. It hurts.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we love y'all so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you, I mean, come on now. Of course there's ratchet females. There's ratchet people in every community. Like, come on now, there's rich ratchet people.
Yeah.
Look at these crazy ratchet people that went and stormed the Capitol on this. Them crazy crap. Come on now. That crowd was full of Karens. You see, the one Karen got blown away. That's just what she got. I don't care that.
Yeah.
They used to not getting no pushback. They roll all over their husbands, but they supposed to be all feminine and docile. Hell no.
No.
They out there with the bullhorn. We need more men up here. You know what he said? We need more men. She had brought the bullhorn. But they docile. Come on now. Come on now, they crazy. Like, that crowd was full of Karens. My name is Karen. I'm not a Karen. I'm not the right complexion. But like, what the hell? They crazy, and you throwing us under the bus. Oh my God, that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
It hurts us.
Yeah.
And then they want to throw it in our face. Yeah, look what I got. I got this Becky. All right, bye. And that don't really hurt. What hurts is you criticizing us, talking about it. That's what bothers. I mean, I don't like that brothers be going off with that. I don't like that. But I mean, that's not gonna hurt. You criticizing us, and it doesn't matter if that. What you're saying is not me. I'm not a single mom. That still hurts my feelings. Of course, we all know single moms. Out of all the races, we got the biggest single mom. We ain't getting married. Most women that got kids are single mom, and it shouldn't be that way. Like, you don't just have kids with somebody and keep it moving. Like, come on.
But you know, they don't understand also. First of all, you can't be a single mom without a father. So that means for every single mom, there's some fathers out there too. They must be single too. They're not married.
Exactly.
And it makes you look just as bad as she do, if that's the case.
And the ones that say this are single dads usually.
Yeah. And why is it so bad to be a single mother? They never mention the single fathers.
No. They just start talking about child support. I'm like, are there any of y'all? I mean, there's a lot of men that don't pay a lot of child support.
No.
They go off both your incomes. This is how dumb they are.
I heard a brother talk about he paid $30 a month child support.
Exactly. See, now that goes to show you he had a shitty job.
You know.
That tells you right there. It goes as a percentage of your income, and they take both incomes into account. How is it a woman thing? The woman, the black woman got with the white man. Do you hear what she's saying? If that's the case, when child support came out, you know why child support came out? Because men weren't paying.
That's right.
Because it was deadbeat.
Yeah.
If you paid a woman, you don't gotta be all in court. And this is the thing: men don't advocate for themselves with their children. You have some men they hurt. These women are letting them see their kids while they're paying child support. Why aren't you going to court?
Right.
Go take that woman to court. Come on now, the judge gonna tear her up in there. I mean, I've heard of women, they tried to get more child support, and the judge lowered it. Go to court. But see, they're scary. They don't know what I don't know what to do. Be a man. You don't know nobody know what they do. Just go to the court. You ask questions. Okay, I got questions about visitation and child support. They'll direct you to where you can. Excuse me. They'll direct you to where you gotta go.
And also, one of the excuses is I don't have no money for a lawyer and all that kind of good stuff. You have a right to go to court to fight for yours. You can file a case pro se, and they will and that's based on your I mean, not pro se. Well, you can file it pro se if you know how to, but you can ask the court and tell them, tell them about your income, that you can't afford this and that and that, and a judge will rule based on your income. They will let you move forward on your case for free or based upon your income. There's no excuse for it.
All you gotta do is pay maybe the court fees.
Yeah.
My friend I told you about that gets the child support from his ex-white baby mom. He didn't have no lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He went and filed the paper. He just went out, I want to file for a child. He got custody, and then that's two separate things. A lot of people don't realize that. Child support and visitation are two different things. Mm-hmm. Again, if y'all not even paying, a lot of times you can still see your kid. Mm-hmm. They're listening to what she's saying. Mm-hmm. And they're not investigating. Mm-hmm. You don't need no lawyer. Y'all who are listening, guys, you don't need a lawyer.
No,
just go down to your local courthouse. Mm-hmm. Even if they're in another state, you might have to take some time off work, take the train, the bus, the plane to that city, and you have court in her city, wherever your child is. Mm-hmm. And you do whatever you got to do to get it lowered, or, if she's not, a lot of times guys are complaining they're not seeing their kids. Right. That's illegal. Yeah. She will be in contempt of court. She can go to jail for that. FYI. So I don't want to hear no more excuses. And most of them ain't complaining about the visitation. They're complaining about the child support. Right. First of all, you got too many kids. That's why you mad. You're paying child support to 2-3 different women. Mm-hmm. Probably got 3, 4, 6 kids all over the place. Well, they take that into account too. Mm-hmm. They take that into account. So if they see you making this amount of money, you paying this for the other kids, maybe you'll only have to pay $30 a week, but you got to pay something. Mm-hmm. And if she makes more money, then you'll have to pay less. Usually, I believe it goes by how much y'all make. Mm-hmm. If she makes more than you, you're not going to be screwed over like that. But see, y'all dealing with some ghetto hood rats. Let's keep it real. There's some females that be like, I'm going to try to eat off this dude. Like, what you getting, a couple $100 a month? That's whack. But y'all just do what you got to do to get it lowered. You don't need a lawyer. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Oh my God! But anyway, I'm sorry we went off on a tangent on the child support.
What I wanted to also say, to the high value men, you a high value man, but the money that you have in your pocket, you don't give any value to. Another man is the one that put the value on your money. When you go in your pocket, there's a peckerwood. George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and all these peckerwoods, and then Franklin Roosevelt or whoever they, and one of the most racist presidents, Andrew Jackson, I think that's what his cracker name is. One of the most racist devil's presidents we ever had. They are the ones in your pocket. You a high value man and don't produce electricity, water, or gas or nothing for yourself. You don't produce any food. You don't make any laws. What kind of high value are you?
That's right.
What kind of value? You are dominated by another man. You bent over so another man can throw his penis up your backside. Mm-hmm. What kind of value are you? You're not a protector. You don't protect women. You don't protect men. You don't protect children. You don't even protect your dog Rover. What kind of value? You a high value. You high value only because you got another man's pieces of paper in your pocket.
And what you have to do to get it.
Yeah, and what do you have to do to get it? You don't grow no food. You want to go out to a high class restaurant and show off, but you don't grow no food, no corn, no broccoli. You don't raise no chickens. You don't do nothing. You making your money not on the farm. You want to sit around and work a computer or do some kind of other stuff, but you do nothing to feed yourself. What kind of value? What kind of high? Oh, I know what you are. Yeah, you're a high value man. What you really mean, you a high value slave, because that's what you are.
Yeah.
You a high value tool. You're not a regular screwdriver. You one of the other screwdriver that might cost you $50, $60 for a screwdriver, not a Walmart one that you can get for $4.99. That's what you just a high value tool to be used by somebody else. So, your little $50,000 a month minimum, what kind of man is it that make $1 million a month? What do you say to the men that control a whole country? Control your dollar. What about the men that control your life, sir? If you just a high value man, what about the men that actually control your life the reason why you speak English is because of another man. Because there's no reason for you to even be living here with these Peckerwoods, period. See, a high-value man don't even have to talk about women because the women automatically see his value. He don't even have to talk about it.
That's right.
She already see that value and recognize that value.
They think the more money they spend on something, like you said, that $50 screwdriver instead of $5, they think that, and I'm like, what does the cost of thing? Actually, that makes you a fool. Yeah. Because they do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know when I was working at the Marriott Hotel, and Prince was hot at the time, 1985.
Wow, you're lucky.
Yeah, and Prince's people came into the hotel, and we have two different menus. We got a menu for the regular people, and then we had a menu for the people like Prince that got a lot of money and stuff.
Oh wow.
But guess what? Same food. The only difference was we put Prince food on a gold plate and put the regular people food on an ordinary plate. But it was the same food.
Wow.
The same food. There was no difference. The same chicken that we put on the plate of the regular customer was the same food that we put on the plate of Prince. Well, I don't think he ate. I think Prince was a vegetarian. I'm not really sure.
They say he ain't eat a lot. He was a little strange.
Yeah, but it was the same food. So you going out here and you want to try to show off and buy all these different things or whatever. It don't make no difference. Though it don't. A car is a car. My little used 1984 whatever can go wherever your $60,000, $100,000 car can go. So what difference do it make? And on top of that, who am I trying to show off in front of? I'm not trying to show off in front of nobody. What am I trying to prove? But see, you're not a high value man because you need something to give you value. And you need something to give you value that comes from another man. It don't even come from you. You didn't even develop it.
That's right. Outside sources.
Yeah, outside sources.
Feel good within. If you don't, they feel like they're not shit.
Yeah.
By being a good person, I know when you do stuff that's scary, a lot of them is scary. That's what most stuff boils down to fear. And it's like you said, they're comfortable slaves, they're scary. Yeah. When you do that thing, this is the secret to good self-esteem. This is a gem. Start time, write this down. When you do that stuff that's scary to you, and you do it anyway when you're terrified, and then you finish that thing, that's how you get self-esteem. When you walk away from that job that you're scared to leave, if you want to step out, that's how you get self-esteem. When you leave that person that is not treating you right, you're terrified because you don't want to be alone, and what am I going to do? And,
right.
They look good, the sex is good, or whatever it is. That's how you gain self-esteem. Not from buying stuff, not material things. I grew up having a little bit of money. Yeah. I was very fortunate. So I know the value of it. That's why it's not a big deal to me. And it's clear, and there's nothing wrong with that because most of us grew up without. I was very fortunate. I was blessed. But I saw what other people that were poor were doing. And I didn't do that. I'm like the white folks. I didn't get to order new sneakers all the time, although I could have. Bill Gates wearing old-ass shoes. And that man makes like $1 million a minute, something crazy like that. Yeah. So, like you said, if Kevin is a high value man, what is Bill Gates or Magic Johnson? What is Oprah? What are those people that have that almost at that $1 billion state? What are they? So you're crapping on yourself. Not only are you crapping on the average dude that just has a regular job, now you're not high value anymore because they have so much more money than you. But as long as you make $55,000, I guess you're high value. At 55 and up. See how he covered his bases? Oh, I'm still a high value because I'm making it. He only make that because all them fools give him money and he getting YouTube revenue. Yeah. He ain't come there making that money. He did like a lot of them do. They find their niche, and once they see, oh, this got a lot of views, I'm going to keep saying this ratchet mess because I'm getting money. People giving me super chats. I don't even know if I know he's monetized, so I'm assuming they're playing commercials, so he's getting all that money. Yeah. And I'm like, people giving them views and hitting, even if you hit I don't even hit the dislike button. I don't want, because that's engaging that video.
Yes.
I just don't watch it. I'm not going to watch, dislike it, or leave no comments. No, I'm not doing that, because I don't want you to get no traffic to your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're a mess. I'm sorry.
But, you know, but that's this type of behavior is expected when we are comfortable slaves, because the number one priority should not you being a high value man, but being a man, period, a man with your own government, your own ability to produce value, your own dollar, your own everything. You should not want to be under another man, period. And just doing that by itself will make your women look at you and see the value in you, because now you produce, you can give these sisters jobs. When the sisters' children are drinking milk, they know that the brothers are the ones who are producing the cows their children are drinking the milk from. The electricity coming into their house is coming from our power plants, things of that nature. That's what really give you value, not no pieces of paper that tomorrow when we wake up, they say the American dollar has fallen, and it don't mean nothing.
That's right.
See, we don't believe that. It is possible. We can wake up in the morning and overnight, the biggest breaking news is the American dollar has fallen.
That's right.
It's possible. It has happened in other countries. It can happen here.
They're no good.
Yeah.
They already ain't worth nothing. If something is here, that's how you know everything is a sham.
Yeah.
Because the guys don't even know money. There's no value. No gold. All the gold is gone.
Yeah. There's nothing that back up the United States. It's a promissory note.
Exactly.
And that was a big mistake. That was a big mistake that they made, back in the day when they got off the gold and silver, standard.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, the early dollars wasn't even green. They was gold and silver. Those the first money they was printing used to be gold.
Oh,
yeah, it used to be gold and silver looking money.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't green.
Wow.
And I saw some pictures, and the money, a lot of the money they printed didn't always have the American presidents on it. Some of it had pictures of black people on it. Even some of the slave pictures was on it.
What?
Yeah, I seen some of that money.
Wow, I never saw that before.
Well, I mean, the slave was the one that was giving it value.
Right.
I know
that's right, but they put their cell phone on there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to make those points about this person, the high value. I mean, that's more feel good church rhetoric, really. More Negro feel good church rhetoric, feel good stuff for these people. Because, like you say, they suffer from low self-esteem.
That's right.
And because, again, if you're a man, how can you sit around and call yourself a man and you live under the domination of this person, that these people of another man that don't like you?
That's right.
They don't like you. They tolerate you, but they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And you living under the domination of another man, should he decide one day to murder you outright, there's nothing that you can do about it.
Mm-hmm. That's so scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it turned into what's that movie, y'all, in the chat room? What's that called? Oh, The Purge.
The Purge, right. The Purge.
Come on now. I didn't see it, but they said the one that was called The First Purge or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They said they was going after the black folks. I didn't see it.
Right. The first purge was killing black folks.
Yeah, see, that's realistic. That's why they ain't do well. I'm surprised they made that.
Yeah.
That's too realistic.
Yeah.
You know they're going after us first.
Yeah, because I think the purge came first, and then the first purge was next. But the first purge really was about killing black folks, minorities, but basically black folks. I mean, that was a good movie. I seen that.
Wow, yeah, I don't watch movies like I used to. Although I did see Coming to America 2 on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't watch movies. I don't watch movies hardly that much anyway. It just so happened, me and Sister Noble seen that movie together. We went to see that, We didn't know what it was about. I like, yeah, well, okay, it's something to do. We'll go ahead and watch. It turned out to be pretty decent.
Wow, yeah, that's scary because that's realistic.
And the way they was doing it, the way they was killing the black folks, I'm like, wow. Oh, they was using drones and all kind, and guess who was the heroes? The one that was trying to fight who was the one that stood up to fight some of these Peckerwoods off?
The white man.
No, it was gangs. The gangs.
Oh, well, I'm impressed. I thought they was going to try to put the white man on the pedestal and make him the hero.
Now, I'll tell you this. Now, another thing in that movie, The First Purge, black people was running to the church for safety.
Yep, old school.
And that was a death sentence because the crackers knew that the Negroes was hoping God would protect them, and they just went there. They just went there and just mowed them down. God didn't do a damn thing. God didn't do nothing. If the only chance you had was those gangs, those black gangs, was trying to fight back.
I know that's right. The Crips and the Bloods was out there defending them.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. And they went to the church and got mowed down.
Damn, that's messed up. Yeah, that is hard. That's always been the place black folks, especially back in the day, the civil, ever since slavery.
Yeah.
After slavery, we always went to the church.
Went to the church. Yeah. But
you know what? That's when we had our meetings to figure out stuff, and we don't do that no more, though.
Well, the church, of course, the church isn't what it used to be. It's sold out. It's not what it used to be.
That's right. It became about the money.
It's about the money now.
During Jim Crow, that was the savior for
yes,
everybody. It was. Well, because, God was involved, but they was looking out for each other and making plans and protecting each other, had community meetings there, everything was going on there.
Well, them Peckerwoods also targeted the churches because they knew, the churches was places where, we strategized and got together. That the most famous church that was bombed, of course, I think 1964, those 4 little black girls got killed.
Yes, 4 little girls.
Yeah.
But, yes. Spike Lee did a good documentary on that. That was sad.
Yeah. So, yeah, but the church, of course, isn't like that at all no more. It's all about the money, all about praise, all about booty, blah, blah, blah.
That's funny, it is.
Yeah, so, but we don't do that here on this platform. Our top priority, it's nice to have a companion and lovey-dovey and get you some coochie, whatever, blah, blah, blah. My top priority here, I want out of this jail. I want to change this condition once and for all. I'm sick of it. And all that other la-di-da stuff, I'm not interested in. On my channel, I don't talk about male-female relationships and family life. And you a slave. What the hell you trying to have a family for? Slave trying to have a family. I never understood that. Here you are in actual physical slavery, and you talking about having a family, and at any time the slave master bust all that up and send everybody to different plantations and bust all that up.
Yeah.
You trying to have a family? You're not in a normal. This situation we're in is not normal. You're trying to be normal in an abnormal reality.
That's true. Yes.
You're not. You're not normal.
That's right.
Got to change the condition. So, but anyway, on that note, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank my sister, Karen, for joining me and talking. See, it's not that bad talking on YouTube, Sister Karen.
No, it's not. I don't like to talk on YouTube. Well, hi, shout out to everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and you brought a lot of fire, and you got a lot of likes too, Sister Karen.
Oh, well, I'm controversial. See, people, because I like to be me. I'm not fake.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If I wanted, we'll have to talk about more. It would have to probably be more relationships and family situations, just being a better person type. You know what I mean? But that'll help all of us as a whole.
Right.
You know what I mean? Better self-esteem, that'll take that fear away, so we'll be more likely to want to do something, with the Mississippi campaign. These people are scary. Like you said, they slaves.
Yeah, yeah.
Life is too comfortable. They don't want to give it up.
I would hope that you would. I hope that you would, come and bring that kind of flavor.
I definitely will.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I would hope that you would come here more often and bring that kind of flavor. Because, I like to come sort of hard a lot, but you know, we need to be a little softer sometimes. I guess ain't nothing wrong with being a little softer. And actually, what you said really ain't soft. You was throwing down.
Yeah, I think, I'm very opinionated.
Yeah.
Definitely. I know what I feel. I feel what I know. Look, I got to keep it real. Ain't no phoniness. I can't do it. Acting is not cool. That's too much work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much work to be a phony.
That's right.
I remember when I was locked up, you know, they said, well, if you want to get out of here, you got to act and behave a certain way. And I tried it. I did my best, but I just couldn't maintain it. I'm like, I can't do this. You know, smiling, you know, you got to scratch where you don't itch and then shuffle, buck shuffle. I'm like, I can't do this.
No, it's too much work. I don't know. It's too much work because you're lying.
Gotta watch. Yeah. Gotta watch what you say, and you know, you gotta be careful what you. I'm like, I can't do this.
Hell no, it's too much work.
I'm glad, you know, like I told those brothers, you know, or whatever. If you can't handle what I say, your best bet is just to stay away from me, because I'm not gonna change. This is especially in my own house. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to try. I got a Christian on my panel, and I got this brother, and I got to try to figure out. I can't, you know, I can't. I got to be careful not to offend nobody. I'm not doing it. This is especially in my own house. I got to be careful not to offend nobody. Take your offensive ass on somewhere. You know, go on, take your baby crying ass, Similac drinking ass on somewhere.
I know that's right.
I can't do it. But on that note, for myself, Sister Karen, thank you, the Deacons of Reality, and Brother Legend in the chat room, and those who've been listening, and those who will be listening to this broadcast later on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And until next time, just like Don Cornelius used to always say as important, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000. Let's get out of here.
That was a great show. I was on the phone